Hello everybody, Doug Burns with the Iowa Guide Service again here at the hookup in Milford, Iowa. It's springtime, and springtime means jig time for walleyes. I don't care whether you're fishing a river or a lake, jigs, springs, walleyes, they go together. But we have to match the right jig with what we're trying to do. Live bait on a jig is very popular. I like a short shank hook with live bait. That means the hook point is right up next to the head of the jig. This puts the live bait up near the color that you have, whether you're fishing a minnow, a chub, or a leech if you can, as soon as you can get them. The short shank, like this Fireball from Northland, is an excellent jig for live bait. You also want to look and make sure that you have a good hook gap, no matter the jig. Now the hook gap is the difference between the hook point and the eyelet that you're tying the line to. You want a good gap there. And the gap isn't the distance between the eyelet and the hook point, it's the height. On any good jig, your hook point will be above the eyelet, not right in line with it. So make sure you look for that when you're buying a jig. So short shank, very good for live bait. When we get into plastics, which I fish a lot for, we want to get into a longer shank hook. You can see how much longer the shank is here, and the hook point is farther away. The other thing I have gone to, and these new VMC sleek jigs have the sickle hook, it's called. It's got a different bend to it. Since I switched to that sickle hook 6 years ago, my landing percentage has gone up 30 to 40%. So a longer hook shank for plastics, because you want to get that hook point back into the body of the plastic. You're not worried about the focus being just on the head, you're worried about it being the focus on the plastic itself. These are going to be an excellent jig this year. 1/8, 1/4 ounce, those are my two standards when I'm fishing plastics, like a power minnow or a gulp minnow. We also have swim bait jig heads for baits like your Reaction Innovations swimming minnows, those type of paddle tails, ripple shads, anything like that. The swim bait heads are very narrow. I don't know if you can see that, but they're very narrow, and that adds more of a swimming action to that bait as you retrieve it. So those are the three kind of jig heads we're going to start out with in the springtime. Again, look for that, and you can see it very well. See how much higher the hook point is than the line tie. Look for that good hook gap on whatever jig you're buying. Mix and match your colors. I like bright colors in dirty water, natural colors in clear water. Doesn't matter lake or river. Those are good starting points. This is Doug Burns with the Iowa Guide Service from the hookup in Milford, Iowa. Stop in. We have a lot of jigs to choose from and a lot of people to give you help in finding the right one. We'll see you next time.